Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Today we're doing another video in our little series where I make historic Brawl decks for every single commander that's available in Streets of New Capenna. We are on our second to last one, just one more after this. And today's commander, or at least this video's commander, is Elspeth Resplendent. It's a 5-drop white planeswalker. +1 is basically put a +1 counter and a counter of your choice onto a creature. -3 is look at the top 7 cards of your deck, put a permanent with mana value 3 or less onto the battlefield with a shield counter on it, then put the rest in the bottom order. And -7 is create 5 3/3 white angel creature tokens. I have never used the -7. Only really interesting thing about Elspeth that I kind of missed on first read is that the -3 ability can hit lands. So it's the world's slowest mana ramp. The deck I ended up building for this is basically just sort of white +1/+. It's white counters and also some planeswalker support, but it's a lot of +1/+1 stuff, and then with a fair amount of other little things sort of just tucked into it. So let's just give it a spin. We'll just play a few games. As always, the deck list, the full list, if you want to see it yourself, is going to be in the description of the video. Alright, so it looks like we're against... Oh, what's this dude? He's the black-white human that gives other humans +1/+1 and can sack to do stuff, but I don't remember what his actual name is. There we go, General Kudro Draneth. Okay. I want to keep my opening hand. We might just get burst down pretty quickly, though. So I'm sure that a couple people are probably looking at this and wondering, wait, if your commander's a planeswalker, why are you running Immortal Sun? That's because I'm also running Luxior, and Immortal Sun is just a very good card. But perhaps more importantly, I am running Luxior. There's no way I can actually pay that, so I may as well he'll grab Cold Steel Heart, I think. That's what I would do if I was him. Probably not Immortal Sun. Okay, I'm fine with that. I would much rather have my mana ramp. Especially because I can just... Dauntless Bodyguard, yep. Do I just Swords to Plowshares, Dauntless Bodyguard right here? Do I wait? I think I wait one more turn and then... I want to turn down this audio just a little bit. It's just a little loud for me. Whites. There we go. That's a little better. I actually don't usually play with the game audio on unless I'm streaming. It's just sort of a personal thing. Exile target card. Yeah, he really doesn't want me having my Swords to Plowshares, but okay. It's not that big of a threat, honestly. Alright. Castle Arvindale. Swords to Plowshares. General... No, I think this is the right choice. He knows about the Baneslayer Angel, so when this comes out... What's this going to be? So, he plays a land, I play Baneslayer Angel. He plays another land, replays General Kudro, and then sacks 2 to get rid of Baneslayer. Yeah, that's probably fine. I could also just play Elspeth and start ramping for Approach of the Second Sun. I think, though, that it's probably better to bait... This is destroy target creature? Yeah. I want to do Baneslayer. I think this will buy me 1 turn. 3, 4, 5, 6. And the next turn I'll do Sanctuary Warden, which will make him pause. Destroy target. Ah, Infernal Grasp. Okay, yeah. 1, 2, 3. I need like 1 or 2 more turns that I'm not going to get right now. Let's do Sanctuary Warden this turn. I think we kind of have to. I'm going to remove the counter from it for the land, because then next turn we can Approach the Second Sun. And even murder or something. So I probably want to... Okay, yep. He's tapped out right now. Put a +1/+1 counter on creature you control. Okay, so then I think what I do here actually is Elspeth Resplendent. I do lifelink. I'm gonna remove the +1. Just keep getting more land. And then I'll play Giada. I think we're getting closer to stabilizing. I still need to play Approach to the second sun, because I think that's my win condition here. Yep. Yep. He still has a pretty big board state. Is he just gonna throw everything at my face? Okay. Elspeth can still do her thing even if she's like... I can replay Elspeth pretty easily. So let's do this. Sanctuary Warden. Let's get a Vigilance, I think. Maybe I'll get First Strike. You have to sack 2, right? I'll do First Strike. I think that's better. Then Approach to the second sun. And I can always replay Elspeth next turn. I'm not currently too worried. No attacks. It says with lifelink, flying, and First Strike, he has to destroy it once and then destroy it again. So you'd have to either have a removal spell in hand. Yep, okay. I'm still a 4/4. Oh, okay, that's pretty bad though. That might just be game. Yeah, because he's got so many. Why is that? Humans get +1. Oh yeah, okay. Let's see what he does. I really would like that to go away. We'll just watch. I have no reason to block this. You are more than welcome to commit literally everything to my commander. Um, 6, 7, 8. What I'd really like to do, 6, 7, 8, 9. I wonder... I'm just going to commit for it. I don't think this is right, but I don't have much of a choice. I have a fair amount of board wipes in here. It's possible one of these cards is a board wipe. If it looks like I'm not going to get another turn after this one, I'll swing in with Sanctuary Warden and grab another card. Oh, he can blow up Sanctuary Warden now, though. He can sack these two humans. No, it still has lifelink and First Strike and Flying. Alright. What do we need? What's the biggest threat? Thalia's Lieutenant. Second biggest threat, General Kudrow. Third biggest threat, 4, 4, 5. Doesn't have trample. 5, 5, 6. This is a 6. I lose, let's see, 5, 9. That's lethal, I think. Yeah. Sigfrid is good. Maybe I should put that in this deck. Yeah, that's not it. That was just, that's how it goes. I didn't draw any of my board wipes. But I didn't, here's the thing, right? I didn't draw any, but I also probably should have known that that was going to be human token control. So I didn't draw any, and I didn't try to force, like, I didn't try to mulligan into it, knowing that his deck was probably going to be white weenie. Yes, Rafine. Swords to Plowshares, Heliod. I'm going to free mulligan this. I like this much better. Healer's Hawk. No fun allowed, Sentinel. I'll do Cold Steel Heart. I'll do Ethereal Escort next, I think. I'll have access to the board wipe. Yeah, so... no reason to not attack. Now the real question is, does he have blue in his hand? Yes, he does. Is he gonna do Rafine? Yes, he is. To which my appropriate response is probably to just board wipe. Well, attack then board wipe. Attack, board wipe, Elspeth, I think is probably the correct order. Oh no, I can't. What am I saying? I can't do both of those. Okay, I don't love that. That means this is Rafine Resurrection. I don't have tools to get rid of that just yet. +1/+1. There's no reason to go for the attack, is there? Yes, there is. I get life. What happens if I give this a lifelink multiple times? It's just lifelink. Shadow to the Sky. I don't have my Graveyard Hate out, so I might be about to get hosed, because he's probably gonna turn 4 or 5 Resurrect Sheladrad. Or maybe he just doesn't have the cards for it in hand. I don't know. But my personal suspicion leans more towards this being... I think I played against a deck like this a couple days ago. I don't think he has counter spells, so... 2+1/+1 counters. Do I need more mana ramp, or do I need... I think I'd rather have you out. Yep, here comes Rafine, Part 2, Electric Boogaloo. What's he gonna discard? Got a shield counter, so I'm gonna hold that off for 1 turn at least. Let's do this. Anointed Procession doesn't currently do anything for me. I should probably cut this card, honestly. It doesn't do too much in the list. I probably should have done this on Luminarch, but I'd rather split interests. Okay, so I think this is... So given we're seeing Toxtrol, so we'll probably see the white... What is it? White-black? The white-black creature that sacks and resurrects? Yep. Yep. Without Graveyard Hate, we're pretty hosed here. Okay. Oh my god, are you kidding? Well, I'm still killing you. Do I have Graveyard Hate? I do. I have a little bit. I have the thing that lets you exile everything. If I top deck that right now, I can still win. But otherwise, I'm in pretty big trouble. I should cut Anointed Procession. Maybe I'll do that right after. Come on. Come on! There's this Ruinous Blast. Exile all non-land permanents that aren't legendary. But I don't have a legendary creature to cast it with. So we're going to play Anointed Procession just because we can. No attacks in turn. I wonder which one he's going to get. That's not Ulamog. Why would you not get Ulamog? We're going to remove those and get rid of your Curse of Silence just because we can. Okay, so there's still outs. There's not a lot of them, but we have 7 mana, which means there's 2 cards I can think of in the deck that would... So I guess I can think of 3 cards in the deck that save us from the situation that we're currently in. Is that a lot? No. Okay, so now it's back to 1 card. Still exists, though. Still in the deck. Just probably not going to draw it. But if we do draw it, he has played all of his stuff. Like, that's not it. We'll play it out. This person's not being a dick. This deck is just... I keep thinking that Rafine is aggro weenies, because that's how I build the deck, right? But it really isn't. Is that lethal? Not yet. I get 1 more turn. So technically, 1 in 83. Is it great odds? No. But does it technically exist? Yes. I'd also need him to... like not play any of his good cards. Oh, I can't. Well, I'm gonna block that then, I guess. I should have blocked Toxel, shouldn't I? Yeah. That ain't it. Alright, that's game. Slime counters are counters, so you could remove them to pay, it wasn't unearthed, it was just... Well, credit where it's due, at least he's going for the clean finish. He can't skip the connive trigger, so... Ah, well. I really should cut Anointed Procession, though. I might go do that right now. I don't think that does enough in this deck to warrant its inclusion. I want to just quickly cut that. I'll update the list on the video later, I think. 4 drops. Felidar, Anointed Procession. See, the thing is, it should... You know what? No, I'm keeping it. Like, there's enough stuff that it should work with, right? It's just... The deck isn't... It's not really a token-based deck. 1 second, I want to have some more of my mixture drink. Has some ice cream in it. Okay, so we're actually playing against one of my favorite commanders to play, Campbell, Consul of Allocation. I love this card. It's just a lot of fun. It's not like super good or anything, I think, by any traditional standard. I just enjoy it. Let's do Voice of the Blessed this turn. Then we'll do Authority of Consuls next turn. It's just a solid commander, and it's like, I think, I could be wrong here because I never paid too much attention. I think the archetype is called Death and Taxes. Yeah. Yeah, it's the Death and Taxes variant. Decline. Yes, you may have your... So we're going to do that. We're going to do that, actually. I think this is the right call. And then next turn will be Heliod, probably. He's probably going, do I spend the rest of my mana and just put the Shadow Spear on Campbell? And yes, that is the right choice. I'm going to decline and give you more tokens. And I'm going to do Heliod instead. It's just, you can make a really stable, like you just keep, it's a deck with a bunch of board wipes in it, and then a little bit of board wipe, a little bit of removal, and then a bunch of things that either make your opponent's spells cost more, or make it so that whenever they do X, you get life. It's just a good deck. What's he gonna do? Need 3 or more life. Yep. I'm going to pay that this turn, actually. I'm going to play... I'll play Martyr for the Cause. And then I'm going to hit you, I'm going to hit you. The one downside to this deck is it does not have... So you'll notice right now, He doesn't quite have the right amount of he doesn't have the right amount of mana to do a board wipe just yet. But perhaps more importantly, he doesn't have like a lot of card draw yet. Like, don't get me wrong, the deck can definitely get it. He just doesn't have it. I'm gonna pay that. I don't really want him to have. This is 2 next to combat. Let's see how he blocks. Interesting choice. Oh, never mind. I'm a dumbass. I just got played. Alright. It's 10 or more. Shouldn't this have indestructible? Okay, yeah. Now, okay, so it checks at the end of. Man, that's a weird. Flying Lifelink Vigilance indestructible. What I'll do is I'll fragment the Indulging Patrician. So at this point, he needs hard removal to. I'll fragment. Let's see how this is going to go. Yeah. So I can win if I. This is neat. I've never actually gotten this card to be at its threshold. We're on decline. We're going to do Fragment Reality, get rid of the Indulging Patrician. Yep. And we hope that he doesn't get a flyer. Hey! First win. Meaning that this deck has gone 1 and 2. We'll do a few more games. Bit disappointing because it was a matchup where I didn't even get to play my. So I have a list actually for that dude Campbell. He's, like I said, he's one of my favorite commanders to play, just because he's not particularly intimidating at first glance, but he has good colors, and his effect is like the second they start trying to like play anything, it's like, uh-oh, you're being chipped, you're being chipped, you're being chipped, and you can just keep playing him. He's just a very solid, like, small commander. Okay, it's Tyvar, the elf dude I don't like. I believe he is black-green. I will keep this. Does order make a difference? I don't think so. And given that order doesn't make a difference, I think we do Isamaru first, right? Yeah. Weeb. I'm kidding. I actually think the Planeswalker designs for the Japanese Planeswalkers look really cool, which makes me a weeb, according to one of my friends. But you know what? Screw him. He's not wrong, but screw him anyway. Alright, turn 2. Arcane Signet. Hopeful Initiate. If I don't draw another 2 land very quickly, this game's going to go very badly for me. Alright, that's 50% of what I want. Next to combat. He can't feasibly be. What? Maybe he thinks this is an aggro deck, and he's like, nope, he's got his 1 and 2 drops off, and I am just hosed if I try to beat this. But I feel like he still probably had a pretty good chance there. But I don't know what his hand was, I guess. It's the reality of it. Oh. I might try to do the last deck Urabrask today, because I'm thinking I want to do Urabrask, and then I would like to make a... Oh! Lagrella the Magpie. Arguably my least favorite commander that has ever been printed. I will... Opponents on the... Yeah, I'm on the draw. I'll keep. Hopeful Initiate. This is just a great card. Hopeful Initiate's a great card. Maybe a little overcosted in terms of its activated ability, but a good card nonetheless. Ajani's Pridemate. Maybe I should have included more life gain triggers in this deck. Lagrella the Magpie. I wonder if it's going to be Ajani's Pridemate and Spirited Companion. Oh look, it's Ajani's Pridemate and Spirited Companion. I am shook. So Sparring Regimen is aggression, but we can't actually do too much with that aggression. So instead, Mind Stone. No attacks. For anyone who might be wondering, yes, this does have liquor in it, which is probably why I was like, ooh, clicky button. Fast attackers. Pass, no blocks. He has a 4-drop then, doesn't he? No, he doesn't. He has a counterspell? He's sitting on a counterspell to get rid of my commander. Do I take the bait on that, or do I playing Sparring Regimen instead? Let's take the bait. He's sitting on a counterspell. He'll counterspell Elspeth, and then it won't, since it doesn't resolve. He's like, all right, now I'm in a good... Okay, well, you weren't supposed to do that. You're supposed to counterspell and make me look very wise, game. Elspeth Resplendent. Let's go grab some more lands. New plan. Let's go grab the Sword of Body and Mind with a shield counter on it. And he can have... Oh, I should not have attacked. Remember, kids, don't drink and play Magic the Gathering. Alright, so you need to do that before the blockers thing. I'm surprised he didn't... whatever. Okay, but that means I think that he doesn't have his... Wall of Blossoms, yes. Okay, you can draw your card. However, I will have protection from both green and that card is white. God damn it. I was about to be all smug. I was so prepared to be smug. But my smugness has... I have Capenna on Marat. Alright. Sword of Body and Mind. Otherwise known as the sword of making your opponent very, very annoyed if they are playing those two colors, which he is. Do I do Nadaar or Sparring Regimen? Let's do Nadaar. And let's do... Let's do Lost Minds. Scry. Bottom of the deck. Scry. Now there's basically a perfect mechanic. Let's take a look at his deck, try to get a sense of vibe. Okay, so this looks like ETB... Yeah, this is ETB control, I think, if I am reading this correctly. Because you're not going to play Yorion in a non-ETB deck. What is Thraben Inspector? Investigate, yeah. So... he probably has things like, not Conjurer's Closet, but the other one. I don't want to do Elspeth Conquers Death just yet. Maybe I do, actually. Let's do Sparring Regimen. I can't do... I can't do 2. Let's do Sparring Regimen and see if he lets it resolve. Select a card to discard. Decline. There's a mechanic that was just gimped in this format for absolutely no reason. So I guess the most interesting thing about this card, actually, since I guess technically this is supposed to be sort of a video, for lack of a better way of putting it, like reviewing this card at least a little bit. Is probably Illusionist Stratagem. Wow, he's going to draw so many cards off this. Interesting, so the ability just fizzles. That's an enchantment. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna just go to combat. He has to give up something to actually block this. Here's a hint. So he probably has the big blue return all, what is it? Avery mechanic? You may return another permanent you control to its owner's hand. Probably Logrella. Except that will give me another chance to keep chasing my... No, Ambitious Farmhand. That's interesting, actually. I would not have expected him to be land digging. I should probably play Baneslayer Angel next, just because it will freak him out a bit. By which I mean it'll redirect a lot of aggression toward itself. Yeah. Yeah, this is just ETB bounce with Logrella. I have to say, this Logrella deck is much better than the one I had on my channel. Here's a cool alternate theory. But that's just a theory. Go fuck yourself, theory. Create a goblin token, create a treasure token. I want to play Luxior just while we're here. Whenever you gain life. He's got so many cards in hand. Maybe that's the issue, his deck. Maybe I'm playing against... So, for anybody who doesn't know, there is like a matchmaking system for this format. I don't know 100% what it is, but it's basically there's a couple factors that go into it. From what they've said, one of them is your commander. The other one is the rest of your cards in your deck. So I'm playing a not super popular commander, and a not... But I am playing a lot of board wipes. I was going to say not super popular deck. That's not true. I have a lot of general ramp in this deck, and I have a lot of semi-powerful... Time to find out if he's about to... Thank you for giving me back my Paladin. I will, in fact, take my free treasure token. I will pass go. I will collect $200. Presumably he's going to... Wait, what? Oh yeah, end of turn. So presumably he's going to try to remove my Baneslayer Angel. Yep. Yeah, he's already mousing over it, I can tell. So actually the next thing to do is probably to Elspeth Conquers Death Logrella into getting my Baneslayer back and then putting... Let's see if this resolves. I'm going to make a guess here, viewers. I was correct. Okay, so he's going to try to... Yep, okay, my guess is correct. Just because I'm correct doesn't mean I can do anything with it, but the observation was right. Yeah. So I think that his deck does not actually have a lot of hard removal in it. I think, so to be fair, this is how I like to build my decks when I'm not trying to like win. His entire deck is built around Lagrella's gimmick, which is good. It's cool, but he doesn't have, or they don't have, or she, regardless of their gender, whatever it is, they don't have the, here's some, but they don't have a lot of hard removal yet. They had to get rid of my Sword of Body and Mind. They're more scared of that than they are of anything else that I can do. Alright, is it my turn yet? It is. Is it time for me to... Oops. I'm giving the Spirit Realm the good old pokey poke. Why did he just get Incubation Druid back? I'm very confused. 1 second. Yeah. So his deck is going to be really powerful, but it's going to be really powerful with the trade-off that shame I don't have access to Trample. I'm actually kind of fine with him removing. Nadaar should probably be my main target for so much draw support though. If I was him though, I would want to wipe the artifacts enter tapped. Destroy target artifact. Okay. Hey! Oh, but it no longer has the shield counter on it. Boo! 0 out of 10. 20 more creature cards. I think I'm probably hosed this game, but at the very least, this is a fun. This is more fun than most of the games are. Yeah. With those two gone, I am in big trouble. But I still have board wipes. And he's tapped out. I just need to find one. What are the odds? Like 1 in 20? Come on, critical hit. What's my next? What's my next proc? Just +1s, +1s. Playing very cautious though. I'm going to sacrifice Mind Stone and start digging, just because I think I really need to hit. I am going to take a bit of a... I'm going to take a risk. What's he going to want to block with? Probably Inquisitor Captain. I'm going to take a risk. really stupid one, but I'm going to take it. Okay, so I was right. He is just going to let me hit him. So what we need to do is wait until he goes to combat. Yep. We're just going to stay patient. Stay patient. There's going to be a window. There it is. Alright. I have my window. Now we wait for him to attack. Does he have any... He does not. That doesn't help me at all. Especially because he can remove it so cheaply. Let's do Elspeth. We're going to do this. Voice of the Blessed. There's my two... whatever. You win some, you lose some. The ones I lose, most of them. There's no reason to not attack with that because it's going to get removed basically instantly. So we may as well get as much life out of it as we can. And we've also now completed a dungeon. Play another planes. Protection from multicolored. That's pretty... No, actually that's not useless here. We're going to do 2. Oh, why did it enter tapped? Must be one of... Oh, no, it's Manglehorn. So I actually haven't seen this card before. I hadn't seen Manglehorn. I wonder what he's going to exile. Is it going to be my Baneslayer Angel? Like it has been every single time? Oh, look, it's my Baneslayer Angel. I am shocked. So shocked. I'm not shocked. He probably has more bounce. He probably should have exiled something else, honestly, if I was him. Yes, I will. Downside is that the card that I want is now way at the bottom of my deck. Why is there a single face-up plains? Oh, 7 from the bottom. I must have scryed at some point. Did the audio just... This game has gone on so long that the song has just ended. I have board wipes. Can't draw any of them, but they're in this deck, I assure you. Next to combat. 1, 2. Let's do these 3. Yeah, it should be fine. We're going to do full control here. I'm going to target Ajani's Pridemate. And then untap 2 trapped creatures you control. Auto pay. 1, 2. Resolve. Not the card I want, but it's still another card. Venture into the dungeon. I'm going to do Yawning Portal this dungeon, the Mage Mage. I probably should have... No, it's still what I want. next to blockers. He does realize that, like, Yorion, I feel like would be his big dunker. Like, he doesn't have to. He can just kill me. He has creature advantage 1 billion times over. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe his hand is just like 6 lands, and he's just like, "Aw, crap. This can't possibly end well." There we go. Semester's End. Surprised he didn't do the other one as well, but wait, so Semester's End is any number. Why didn't he do the rest of them? Like, you skip Logrella if you don't want to do Logrella, but you should have done all of them. You would have gotten a lot more out of it. Maybe skip Prosperous Innkeeper. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. This game is starting to get a little dull. It feels like he's trying to do some sort of big, stupid combo, but it's not pulling the cards for it. He's put 2 cards on top, though. I'm probably going to go for another 5 minutes in this deck, in this game, and then I'm just going to concede because this is getting a little boring. There we go. Okay, so he's going to go grab either Craterhoof Behemoth or the 9-drop that gives everything +2/+2 trample haste. Took him long enough. Do I have enough blockers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, that's 40. That's too much. I'm not obligated to finish this game out because I can do math. You had lethal. And I have more games to play. Let's do one more game. So obviously this deck does not have what some people would call a high win rate. At least on this stream. I was actually having pretty good luck with it before. I still think it's actually quite a lot of fun. Maybe we can get one more good game. Oh, this card looks annoying. I don't remember what it is, but it just seems like the sort of card somebody who really knows what they're doing is going to play. Okay, this is going to be really weird. Free mulligan. Keep 7. Give a hawk a sword. It is definitely a good idea. It's got protection as long as it's that. I can't do anything next. I might honestly. Based on how he plays this, I actually might source the Plowshares Paradise Druid. I want one more win. I want to win. That means playing like a tryhard. A tryhard who... Why did Grumgully come in with... Oh, I see. Yep. Sort of body and mind. Because the thing is, this actually sets him back like more than one turn. So... Plains. So this looks like this is actually kind of a cool deck. Shauna Sisei's Legacy. It looks like this is... I should have moved the sword over onto the wolf. I'm dumb. I can get punished for that now. Is he gonna make a snow artifact? One top, one bottom. Felidar Retreat. I did this wrong, didn't I? No, I didn't. I had to give them Vigilance before combat step. Let's get a better look at what else he's got. This is just a really good card. See, you've made a critical mistake, which is thinking that I'm going to kill your creatures. Because that will just let you do pretty much whatever you want. Oh dear. Wow. That's a lot of damage. That's okay though, because I'm just going to play Immortal Sun next turn, because I am super hosed, regardless of whether or not I don't. Does any of these have reach? They don't? Oh good. Who the frick? I feel I'm kind of being a dick to this person, because this is clearly some sort of like beautifully crafted, carefully made deck. Just based on like how well everything I'm seeing in it synergizes. But then also they've got like some cool little like, oh hey, I happen to have this thing, it's in the right colors, let's put it into this deck. And I'm just like, I have a 1/1 and a 3-drop. Poke, 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 poke. Resolve. This has protection from green. First strike, flying, lifelink. Permanent card. Oh, did I just miss lethal? I might have -1. No, I missed lethal. So for anybody wondering, I should have played Immortal Sun and then just swung with everything. Rihanna, Angel of Rebirth, does not have lifelink, and that would have been 7. Even if he blocked the wolf, he can't block the hawk. I'm an idiot. I'm not even trying to BM here, I'm just bad. Come on, computer, like... I don't deserve to win this. Ugh. What do I do next turn, though? Given that I just... Okay. Yeah, look at that art. This is somebody who's very carefully made a really cool, clever deck. And it's also about to just beat the stuffing out of me. Alright, I would like to keep... So, those have lifelink. I would like as much of your stuff as possible to die, please. Thank you. 1... 1, 2. Then he only gets to kill 1, and then 1, 2. Alright. Do I have lethal this turn? I don't think so. Let's think about this for 1 minute. If I play this, I can't play Immortal Sun. If I play Immortal Sun, I'll turn off Arlen. That would be good. Vigilance, Flying, Lifelink. I don't really need First Strike. First Strike. Immortal Sun. He has to block both. Or he has to, like, try to block some of them. So. Maybe I can mill him out. He only has 35 cards left in deck. And without Arlen being able to do anything... Let's see. So he can gain a max of 3 life this turn. It puts him at 8. Or at least, that's the wrong way to put it. He can gain 3 life this turn with current port state. Doesn't mean he can't do more. He can't stop my Healer's Hawk. The top 4 cards. Oh, he's putting it all. He's putting it all on the line. Bard class. Good game. I think that was probably the right choice. I don't know what his hand was, but there probably wasn't an answer in it, so he went and said, and like that's kind of the unfortunate part, right? Is that he built a multicolored deck into the sort of less garbage than the other swords that exist, but still the sword that's kind of BS. I think we'll end there, actually. We'll end with a good win against a kind of a cool deck. Anybody who stopped by, thanks for watching. I want to have one more of these, and I'll probably try to do these for Baldur's Gate, given that like people actually seem to watch them, which is kind of rare relative to the rest of the content I make. If you like what I'm doing, please feel free to hit the subscribe button. Having subscribers gives me a warm, fuzzy feeling inside and hides my sense of doom until the end of the world. And I will see you next time. So take care.